You want to know what's really ironic about this video that I'm making right now? I scripted this video over a year ago, and I'm only now making it. This is a video I wanted to create for a long time, and I put it up for literally no reason. I'm gonna cut straight to the point. If there is something that you want to do, just go out there and grab it, bro. If you've been wanting to go to the gym, you want to start a YouTube channel because you just really want to get some ideas out there, and it doesn't have to be a YouTube channel. I just use YouTube channel as an example because you're watching me on YouTube. But if there's any creative endeavor that you want to do, but you're afraid of someone making fun of you, just do it. This is your sign, man. You can do all of the research in the world, but if you don't even take the first step, then what is the damn point? Like if you're trying to research, like let's say the perfect workout routine, and you're thinking, okay, if I just like set out to do this and I want to build some muscle in the most optimal way, maybe if I just like do 4 sets of 8 right here, and then maybe if I superset it with like 10% less weight or something, dude, just go to the gym. Like it's really simple. And you know what? Yeah, maybe you're not going to build the perfect physique in the perfect amount of time, but who gives a shit? I'll tell you one thing, you'll make zero progress if you don't even start. Bro, literally do like 10 push-ups or just go on the ground and do like a 10-second plank or something like that. Anything counts and everything matters. So why am I even making this in the first place? Well, I did a journal session because I was kind of feeling lost and I was thinking, okay, what are some of the life lessons that I took away from 2023? And this is going to be kind of like one part to a multiple part thing. And this is actually thanks to my friend Ivan. I'll link him down below because he's a great guy and he's the one who even got me to do this. But I just wrote down 8 lessons that I learned, and I want to talk about the first lesson that I learned, which I actually have here written down in my journal, because I think it's best if I just read it off, because this is where the idea came from. Alright, so if you want something, go for it. That's already what I said. And there were basically 2 examples of this where in my personal life, I have always wanted to do something, but I just never did it, and in 2023, I finally made the step. So if you've been following my channel for a while, I made a video called I'm Insecure About Myself, and that's actually where most of the ideas came from. And there were particularly 2 things that I've been mostly very insecure about myself. Did I say that right? And one of them was my body fat percentage. I have been in the higher body fats, like maybe in the 20s, low 20s, pretty much my whole life. And I've always wanted to be like lean, like 12% body fat. I'm not trying to be like competition ready. I don't really care about that, but I've always wanted to have just like visible abs. It's just, you know, one of those things every guy wants. And I'm actually making meaningful progress. So this is a bit of a spoiler, but I've been doing intermittent fasting for a while, and you're gonna see a video, actually the next video after this one, it's about intermittent fasting, and it has been giving me the best results I've ever had. I've actually been cutting properly and losing fat, and I feel amazing. I've always wanted to lose fat for basically the last 10 years, and only now am I making progress in it, and I actually gave a shit to actually make some sort of change. What I'm trying to say here is, it doesn't take very much to get started, and you should just go out there and do something. Let this be a sign. You know what? Let me read the other example that I had for you, because maybe that'll help as well. This one is more of a, you have to go out there and make a choice, because the thing is about losing fat, that's a daily choice you have to make every day. But the next thing I want to talk about is where I just finally made a choice, and it was to finally clear my acne. I have been on Accutane for over 4 months now. I think I'm in the middle of month 5, somewhere around there. And I am so happy with my skin. Like, I'm gonna get real close here, bros. I have literally like no acne. I'm probably talking really close to the mic, but I have 0 acne pretty much right now. I think I have like 1 pimple on my whole body now. I used to wake up to new pimples every day, and that killed my confidence. So I said, you know what? I am sick of this shit. It made me so insecure. It made me not want to record videos because I felt like my face looked really bad. It just made me not even want to leave the house. It was that bad. And I said, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to call a doctor and I'm going to explain my problems to him and I'm going to let him help me out. So I called a doctor who was also a dermatologist. He said, you know what? I can prescribe you Accutane. And the thing is, I was already doing research on this, so I already had an idea of what it would be like, the journey, what the results could be. And I mean, I was just fantasizing at that point, and I said, you know what, doc, let's do it. I know the side effects are rough, but I finally just made a choice, and I finally took life into my own hands, and I wanted something. I did the work, I went out there and I grabbed it, and it's been the best decision I have ever made. So those are 2 kind of like personal examples about just getting out there. Another thing about just getting lean is I've always been told, okay, you know what, like bulk, and then you can get lean later. And the thing is, Yes, everyone always tells you to bulk. It's good to bulk. It is good to bulk, right? But I want to get lean. Like in this current point of my life, I just want to get really lean and see what my body is capable of. And that's just me getting out there and getting what I want. I can always bulk later, but I just want to see this, especially now's the perfect time. It's February. I have a good few months until the summertime, so I can be really lean and just be happy and see what it looks like. And then I can bulk later. But what I'm trying to say here is this is what I want. And though a lot of people want other things for me, maybe they want me to bulk more, I will put that on hold because that's not what I want. I'm doing what my heart desires and I'm just going for it. If I regret it, it's my mistake. I learned from it. We'll do better next time. That's basically what I wrote down here in my journal. And I think that if there is something out there for you, anything out there, I think you should just go out there and just start it. Truthfully, when it comes to these kinds of things, starting is always going to be the hardest thing. When you go to the gym for the first time, you know that that's the hardest point. Just stepping foot in that gym or even just lifting that first weight, it's always going to be the hardest, most frictionless point. Frictionless, if that's even a word. But once you go for the 100th time versus your first time, dude, the 100th time feels like nothing. You've been going all the time. Like it's just almost part of your daily routine at that point. So this video, I just want it to be like a sign for you to finally take that leap. Just do that thing you've always been wanting to do, the thing you're so scared of, because it just sucks. You don't want to live a life of regret. And in life, there are really two pains that you can face. There's the pain of finally doing the thing that you want to do, but there's also the pain of regret, of not doing the thing that you wanted to do. Trust me, you don't want to live a life of regret. I'm still very young. I'm only 24. But I know for a fact, if I don't make these YouTube videos and I don't do what I want to do, I'm just going to regret when I'm older. So even if these videos suck, and you know what, if you're still watching, thank you so much, I appreciate it a lot. But if you're still watching and I'm helping you change your life, I mean, that's all I could really ask for. I'm on a tangent here, but honestly, this video, I scripted it. It was supposed to be like this long edited video, but I scripted it like a year ago and I only just got to it. And it's so ironic. Like I just wanted to just sit down and finally make this damn video because it's been sitting here for so long. And I love talking on camera. I love making videos. I want to keep making these. And even if I'm using a year-old script, I'm not even following this. I have not been following the script at all. I'm completely going unfiltered right now. All right. You know what? Before I get too off tangent, I think there's two things here I actually wrote down in my script originally. There's a couple of actionable steps that you can actually take today just to kind of help get you to where you want to be. And I want to start with the first thing, which is negative visualization. This is a really powerful one that I haven't used in a while, but I think I'm going to start taking my own advice here. And I know it sounds kind of weird, but basically what it is think of like the opposite. So let's use exercise because that's something I keep bringing up. What if you never started working out? What if you never start working out? Imagine you're 16 years old and you're 30 years later, you're going to be 46 years old. And imagine you never started working out. Let's see. You're probably going to have permanent back pain. You're probably going to have a hard time getting out of bed. You're probably going to be so overweight that every single activity is going to be super unfun. Like going up the stairs is going to feel like shit. You can't even use stairs because you're too out of breath from them. Like does this sound like a fun thing to you? No. Now I'm going to use a more relevant example to me. YouTube. I love YouTube. I love making videos, and even if these videos are kind of cringe and they suck and you know whatever, I just want to get them out there because I know that if I don't do it, if I don't make this video, I'm going to look back and I'm going to be filled with regret because I did not share my knowledge and that's something that I wanted to do. And I think you get the point now. That's negative visualization. Think about the opposite thing and then think long term. And what if you just didn't do something that you wanted to do? And you get the point. And then the next like actionable step that I had written down here was try to remember this. What you're doing right now is the most important thing to you at this current moment. Really internalize that. Right now, you watching my video is the most important thing to you because you want to learn something from me. That's probably why you clicked on this video. You probably saw the title and the thumbnail and you're thinking, okay, what does this guy got to say? I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking, right? But now think about the times when you're scrolling on like TikTok or Instagram or whatever. That is the most important thing to you at the moment. Now really think about this. This is where you need a lot of personal reflection and I guess awareness because it's really hard to think this when you're doing something else. But the next time that you're faced with a choice between furthering something that you really want to do or doing some instant gratification activity like video games or TikTok or whatever, just think, what is the most important thing to you right now? Is scrolling gonna be the most important thing to you? Or is it gonna be furthering your plan to just build yourself, or maybe if it's build that business or make YouTube videos or whatever you want to do? Is this more important or is this more important? You gotta pick. When you look at it like that, it almost seems like silly to waste your time, right? It's almost like, why would I pick this thing? Now, of course, this doesn't just come easy. You're not gonna wake up the next day and just be a better person. I wanna be very dead serious with you and just honest, because even though you watch this self-improvement video, you watch this video on how to make your life better, you're not gonna be a better person right away. But what I want from you out of this video is I want you to be just 1% better. I want you to look at this video and just apply one little thing that I said. Maybe it's asking yourself the question. Maybe it's doing negative visualization. Maybe it's just feeling inspired and taking one little action. That's 1% better. That's all I want out of you. I'm not trying to make you be the best person ever in one day. That's not possible. I've been doing this stuff for over 2 years and I still fall trap to a lot of these things. So all these things won't work for everybody. And you know what? Even if this advice is not applicable to you, and maybe it's applicable to some of you, even if I just helped one of you, I feel like I've done my job and I feel like I did it well, because all I want to do is help someone and make their life slightly better. That's all I really want. Our lives are so valuable and it's just such a shame to waste it away, especially if you're very young. Like if you're like 16 and you're watching this video, one, I'm gonna say to you, go live your life. But two, if you can like improve yourself slowly while you're growing up and experiencing life, that is probably the best life you could possibly live. And man, I envy you. Okay, that's all I got to say. If I keep talking, I'm gonna ramble on forever. So I want you to close this video now, and I want you to take the first step towards the thing you want to do. If you want to go to the gym, just do like 5 push-ups, and then you can make your plan, okay? If you want to start making YouTube videos, start recording, start scripting, just come up with an idea and go from there. But don't get stuck on the idea. Just do some sort of action that gets you closer to uploading a video. So don't worry about your channel banner. Don't worry about your profile picture. Record a video, edit it, make a thumbnail, upload it. Simple as that. That includes any creative thing. Just do anything that gets you closer to your goal. And that's all I got to say. I'm gonna end this video now because I'm rambling. So drop a like and a sub.